Hi everyone, and welcome aboard this Jet and Airways service. Today we'd like to welcome back all our frequent flyers. The whole Jet In family wishes to say we appreciate you choosing us as your airline of choice.
Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Jet and Airways, where a smile goes a long way. Now this video, or this stream, if I get to do a few of these, it will be great, is basically doing everything the most simple and easiest way we can, just to help out those who have just got into Microsoft Flight Simulator. I'm using Flight Sim 2020. I still think it is the GOAT. But everything we do here, of course, will work on Flight Sim 24. Just see if I can turn my camera on here so you can see me, and I'll get that adjusted. Not that it's a good thing to actually see me. It could be frightening for a start. Okay, yeah, we do everything as simply and as easy as we can, because that's the way I like to fly. I'm a simple, easy, casual flyer, and that's the way I do it. So I think that's the way would be good for other people to do it, especially if you're a beginner or just getting started and you want to get up into the air and start flying. Now I don't know if this is actually working or coming through or not, if you are listening to it, or if you do stumble across this live stream by accident while looking for a professional looking stream, or a big time YouTuber, and somehow your machine or search engine has a glitch and you end up looking at my video. Well, let me know what you think, if you can hear everything properly, if you can hear my voice properly, if everything looks okay. Just give us a quick look at nudge in the comments before you head off to look at your more professional streams. So what we're going to do is we're going to fly from San Diego up to Los Angeles in the beautiful big pmdg 777. What a beast, guys. It is a beautiful machine. Have a look on the outside here. It's a lovely day here in San Diego too, not a cloud in the sky. So here's the lovely 777 300ER, painted in Jet and Airways livery, just looking absolutely gorgeous today in this light. So we're going to see if we can fly it. I'm not over familiar with this, so we're going to see how we go. Gonna see if we can
Lindbergh ground jet in Juliet, India 777 ready to taxi straight out departure with whiskey.
Be good if we can get rid of that other chatter that we can hear there. Okay, so here we are in here, and first thing we're going to do, of course, is try and get this thing moving, try and get this thing started up, and we'll do everything as simply and as quickly as we can. Well, not try and do it as quickly as we can, but just basic and simple so people can follow. Some of the big time YouTubers, they do tutorials on startup and getting things going, but they have all these add-ons, they have DLCs, and they seem to be pushing their own cart. They seem to be pushing the products. Oh, they've got FS side panel, or they've got special pushback programs, and they've got this and that and the other thing. And they expect us to follow their tutorial or what they're doing, and we just can't, guys. And it just proves what I and they're good pilots. They're real pilots, a lot of them, but unfortunately being a real pilot does not make you a good teacher, does not make you good at tutorials. And they just expect everyone to be sort of at their level or close to it. And for me, a lot of the stuff they do and say goes over my head, especially if you're just getting started. So I'm not a pilot, I'm not a real anything, but I'll just take you through it how I do it. Okay, we've got ground power available, so we'll flick that on. The guy's talking, acknowledge taxi clearance. Okay. Now we're doing cargo today.
Taxiway Delta Charlie Charlie 1 jet in Juliet, India 777.
We're just hauling cargo today. So we're hauling cargo today. So hang on, just let me look here. Okay, I'm just checking my phone to make sure I am streaming live on the channel that I want to stream on. Okay, so we're hauling cargo today. You can tell by where I'm parked. I'm not parked over at the terminals. So we're just going to be hauling a little bit of cargo, a little bit of mail, but we're actually taking the plane up to Los Angeles to go into service. And it'll go into service hauling passengers from Los Angeles up to San Francisco on a daily basis. So we're basically delivering the plane up to Los Angeles from San Diego. I don't think the 777s or the 747s fly out in and out of San Diego. Let me know in the comments if you know otherwise, but I don't actually think they do. But anyway, let's carry on. We've got our ground power connected here. We'll turn on our Duru. What else can we do? We can turn on a few things here. I need to double check actually what order you need to do things, but I'm just turning on things that I think should be on. Strobe light should be on at the stage that we're doing something and we're starting things up. We won't do the APU yet. Emergency lights we'll put to arm and we'll cage that. Okay, so we are running on our ground power. How can we get rid of that again? Why did that come down? Is there a button you click for that? There we go. Okay, so our FMC, or the box some people call it, we're going to put a flight plan into there to get to Los Angeles. And I've got a flight plan here. It's a very, very simple one. I've used this many times, probably hundreds of times, to get from San Diego up to Los Angeles. So you can take a screenshot of it or just freeze frame the video and take a photo on your phone or screenshot it. KSAN out through Sarges, Colonel, Gwyn, Padres, Turndo, Hyundai, Gigi, and then into ILS runway 25 left. So we're going to do the ILS approach and everything as well. Frequency there for the ILS. You don't actually type this in. There's the heading. You don't actually type this into the radios in the 777. It's sort of, once you put everything to the FMC, it sort of goes into there sort of automatically. So let's see if we can. Have I got a button assigned to the FMC? Let's have a look. I don't think I have. I'll have to go in this way. Okay, I'll go in this way. Right, okay, so we're going to go to our FMC here. FMC, and we're going to go to position in it. And we'll put in our reference. Oh, now, by the way, if you spawn into the 737 and it's actually running, and you want to start from cold and dark, just go into pmdg setup, panel state, and just go through the pages here to cold and dark. Click on that and save it so that it'll actually go to cold and dark. Okay, so let's go back to our FMC. We've put we put KSAN in. Reference airport, we'll put KSAN, KSAN, and we'll put the numbers into there. Then we go to route, and then we go to our route page. So we'll put KSAN and for our departure, and our destination will be KLAX. So we'll pop that into there. Our flight number will be Jet in 177. So we'll pop that into there, and we'll activate that and execute. Okay, it'll take us to performance in it. Our reserves will be 0 fuel weight. We'll click on that and it'll come up automatically. Altitude will be 10,000 feet initially. We type 100 and we put that in there. Cost index is 74 for this beast. And then I want to go to depart and arrive. Okay, we're going to depart KSAN runway 27, so we'll click on that, and we're going out through our departure, which is Padrz, PADRZ2. So we'll click on that and then we'll execute it. Then we go back to route, and then we go to departure and arrive, and then we go to index. Okay, we're going to land at KLAX, so we'll click on the arrival, and we're going to come in at ILS 25 left. Go to the next page, ILS 25 left, so I'll highlight that. We're coming in through Honda and Gigi, but unfortunately it is not, or Zuma 3, but unfortunately I go through here, it's not in there. I think it probably needs to be updated or something, but anyway, just put 25 left, ILS 25 left, and it'll be the same. It will do the same thing. So we've got our legs in there. Let's double check these legs. We may have to adjust them a bit. The first waypoint as we climb out the runway will be Sarges. So we will put SARGS into there, execute, and then we'll be Colonel, so we'll bring Colonel up to there, and then it'll be Gwyn, yes, then it'll be Padres. Okay, next page, Turndo, TRNDR, so we'll put that in there, TRNDR, pop that in there, and then we want Honda to come up after that. So Turndo, Honda, Gigi, runway 25 left. So if you put it in, and if your FMC looks like that, we should have a reasonable sort of a flight plan. So we've got Sarges, Colonel, Gwyn, Padres, next page, Turndo, Honda, Gigi, and runway 25 left. So if we come back up here, this should give us a really nice little flight plan. We'll flick this button here around to flight plan, and it should highlight on there. So we'll come through, we'll go through our whoops, a bit too close. We'll go through our steps here on this little button. It'll take us to Sarges, then up to Colonel. Just keep clicking on this little steps button It'll take us up through the flight plan to where we're turning hard left and going straight in for an ILS approach into Los Angeles. Now I'm using this setup I'm using is completely out of the box, guys. There's no FS side panel, there's no extra realism add-ons, there's absolutely nothing. This is complete vanilla out of the box. I may have added on some enhancements to the airport for just the way the airports look, but that's about it. The plane and everything, all the systems are completely vanilla out of the box. So if you wanted to, you could do everything exactly the same as I am doing it. The other thing I have is I have my WinWing panel up on a shelf up here. That's all my autopilot controls and buttons are all on my WinWing panel controllers as a replica of a real 737. But I found that it does work in the 777. So when I adjust all my buttons and switches on my little panel here, it actually works on the flight model of the pmdg 777. So that's pretty cool. So I'm using that. In other words, I haven't got any add-ons at all. Okay, so our FMC is complete. We can do a couple of other things. I'll put the brakes around to RTO. I think now we can go and get the APU started. So I'll flick the APU around to on, and they'll flick it to start, and it'll come back automatically. And we'll get that on. Now I've also got my fuel switches all turned on as well. I guess the fuel will need some, I guess the APU will need some fuel, so we've got to turn something on there. No smoking will go on auto, seatbelts on. Remember, we've got no passengers, although we have got a couple of crew on board that are heading up to Los Angeles with us. I think they're going to look after some snacks and some coffee for us as we travel, so that will be nice. Okay, so once we get our APU underway and going, we can get rid of our ground power. Yeah, it looks like we've got some very nasty fumes sort of pumping out the back there for our APU, so that is good. That is underway. And we're not too far away from getting, look at this beautiful beast. Doesn't that look nice? Beautiful. Just lovely. My two favourite planes, or my favourite planes at the moment, well, they have been always really, is the 737, either the MAX or the NG, and of course the 737 800, the 900, and of course the 787. I love that one, and this 777 is just absolutely awesome. So I'm a Boeing's man. I'm a Boeing's person, guys. I'm a Boeing person. Seems to be Boeing people or Airbus people, you know. I'm a Boeing people. Okay, so we have our APU running. We can, I think we can go to our ground connections, and we're going to remove our chocks while we're here. Ground power release. Release all. Ground maintenance. We've got no ground maintenance services connected there. Ground connections, ground power release. Doesn't seem to do anything at this stage. But that's fine. We'll do something. That is fine. Right, let's go up here. And we'll start turning things on. Window heat. Packs we put on auto. Anti-ice, not really worried about that at the moment. Hydraulics, we'll turn those on. Generally they've got the 4 panels here. You start at the top and you work your way down just to check everything. And then you come back and you work your way down on the second panel there. Seat belts, hydraulics, put all those around to auto. Over to the next panel, we've got the engine starters there, which we'll be using very, very soon. Taxi lights can go on. And we can, I think we can sort of turn off our, our ground power is off. See that it's available here, which means we've actually turned it off. Okay, so that is all good. So let's turn on, I think we can start our engines actually. We can start our engines. We'll come up here and we'll flick those around to start. You can hear the roar of those the big Rolls-Royce engines starting up here. And we'll flick our fuel switches on there. Park brake, it better go on. Let's have a look at these big engines starting up. Wow. Beautiful. On this one I chose the Rolls-Royce engines rather than the General Electric. I just like the sound of the Rolls-Royce engines. Not much difference between the two, I don't think, when it comes to actually running, but there we go. Beautiful. Right, so I think we can go ahead and get some pushback. Well, take our park brakes off and see if we can get some pushback going up here. Ground services, we'll go to request pushback.
Lindbergh Ground Jet in Juliet, India 777 requesting pushback.
Remove chocks.
Jet in Juliet, India 777 pushback request accepted.
Could be a while, I'm not sure if there's any pushback cart. Oh, there he is. We do have a pushback cart on hand here. Now we have to watch where we go. We haven't got a lot of room to sort of push back. We've just got to go back far enough to get onto that taxiway there. Careful not to run off over those little private Learjets there. That would be a bit naughty. Okay, we don't need to do all the safety messages and everything today because, like I say, we've only got a bit of mail and a few parcels on board. A couple of cabin crew. But nothing in the way of passengers. We're just going to get this plane up to Los Angeles so she can get into service. Taxi lights are on. Yes, taxi lights are on. Let's keep an eye on where we're going when we go back. Going to have to do a bit of a hard turn round to the right. I haven't done a video or a stream for a long time. Oh, I did one the other day and we did a lovely little relaxed walk around the 777. Just as I was starting to do some lessons and my study and research on it. Starting to do some tutorials. I did a nice little walk around and it just looked so beautiful I wanted to record it. So I did a video a couple of days ago. I think I just called it a relaxed walk around underneath the 777, which was just gorgeous. Just gorgeous. Okay, so we've finished our pushback and we have put the park brakes on. We're going to put our flaps down to 5. Basically 3 clicks. and that will come up on the display here. There we go, there's our flaps there, there's our fuel. So we're okay. We'll check our throttles there. It's good. We will check our reverse thrusters. That is all good. Okay, so that is all good. Okay, and I think we're good to go. Pre-taxi checklist. Pre-taxi checklist. Here we go. Seatbelts, everything on. Backup generators up here. Emergency lights armed. Window heat is on. Hydraulic switches all on. Everything's on auto there. No smoking. Electric dome lights. Landing lights we don't need on as yet. Okay, come up to here. Everything's on normal. Fuel switches on, left and right. Anti-ice, everything on auto. Beacon light on. Wing lights on. Runway turn off we do not need. Over to the right, auto. Bleed ears on auto. APU on auto. We think we can have the APU off now. And everything else is good. Okay. Right, we're going to take off the brake and we will taxi out to the active, where we will get some clearance for departure. Bring up the throttle a little bit. Just taxi's beautiful, this plane. So smooth. The ground handling is just really, really good. Bit of a hard right to get onto this taxiway. Welcome to the stream, guys. Welcome to the channel. Hope you enjoy these kind of videos. We're just casual fun flying here today. Not a real pilot, so everything is done simply and basically, which is that's such a word, basically. Everything's done basic and simply, so that it's easy for you to follow along, because that's the way I fly. If you're just getting started with flight simming or the 777, if you've just started, just follow along, guys, because it will get you up and flying nice and quickly and simply. And then you can do your research and study and do all your training as well later, just to expand your knowledge and your experience, but just to get up and fly and have some fun. I think my channel, my videos are quite good for that. Like I said, there are so many real life professional pilots doing tutorials now, but a lot of their stuff goes over my head, and of course they have all these add-ons and it seems like they're really pushing all the add-ons and enhancements, so I can't really follow along everything they do, because they've got too many add-ons and DLCs and special this and that and things that make their systems better and different. So it's very hard to follow along with them if you're just getting started or you're new to flight simming, because well, I just don't like adding all the too many DLCs, guys. I just don't like playing around with things and spending 2 days making it work. So I keep everything vanilla and out of the box when it comes to my planes. Everything is vanilla and out of the box. What a gorgeous plane, isn't it? Just beautiful, that plane. Flight Sim 2020 is still the GOAT in my book. It just looks fantastic. I do run Flight Sim 24, but I've got to have all the graphics turned down, otherwise it just doesn't really work very well. So I either run I either run 2020 on beautiful graphics turned up, or I run 24 with all the graphics turned down. And to be honest, 2020 with all the graphics turned up just runs beautiful on my machine and it looks fantastic. So why would I suffer all the other issues when I can have a beautiful sim like this running perfect? Right, we'll come around here and we'll just stop here, guys, and we'll put on our park brake. Okay, put on our park brake and get some clearance. Tower, request takeoff clearance. Here we go.
Lindbergh Tower jet in Juliet, India 777 ready at runway 27 straight out departure.
Got my Chinese tea here,
Juliet,
really
India,
nice.
777 Windcom straight out departure approved. Cleared for takeoff runway 27.
Okay, so acknowledge takeoff clearance.
Cleared for takeoff runway 27 jet in Juliet, India 777.
And we're going to do a pre-takeoff check here. We're going to come up and check landing lights all on, taxi lights can go off, beacon navigation wing light can stay on, strobe light can probably come off, APU is off, everything else is on. Flaps down 5, trim set down here. You can see it down here on this little thing. There's no wheel like on the 737. You just get this gauge here with the slider. So just I've got it assigned to a button on my flight yoke. So just bring it down till it's on 5 or just 5.5, 5.6, something like that. Okay, let's have a look at our auto panel here. Now I'm not going to be touching these with the mouse. I've got my my WinWing panel just above my keyboard, so I can do it from here. Right, 2 flight directors on, LNAV switches on, auto throttle is on. Okay, 200 climb out, and when we get above 500 I'm going to take that up to 250. Vertical speed for our climb out, I'm going to take that up to 19 or 18. 19 will be fine. Okay, so we're all good. We'll just take off and then we'll push the autopilot when we get to 500 feet, and that should put us in a good position. Check our auto brake is on rejected takeoff. Okay, flaps 5, trim set, before takeoff checklist is complete. We have clearance. So we're good to taxi. Just have a quick look out to the left, no planes coming in there. Nothing on the runway here. Check that again as we head out. Look at the size of this girl. Just beautiful, isn't it? Just lovely. Get her in a good position for a view when we take off there. Perfect day, not a cloud in the sky, which is very good for our frame rate, of course, is really good for our frame rate as well. Okay, rolling start for the 777, of course. Going to take the throttle up to 90%. I don't usually push toga. I like to be able to control it myself. I just like having,
alive.
I like having something to do, so it's not all sort of animated. Okay, we're looking for
80 knots.
175 for rotation. $140, $50, $60, $75, rotate.
Positive rate of climb.
Gear up. Look at this. Beautiful. Right, flaps up. Okay, autopilot engage.
Jet to Juliet, India 777. Leaving my airspace, frequency change approved.
Acknowledge frequency change.
Lindbergh Tower Jet
Okay,
to
we're going to
Juliet,
take
India
the speed up
777 frequency change.
to 250 knots. 250 knots. And there is beautiful San Diego as we climb out. The rising sun in the background, absolutely stunning. Just love Microsoft Flight Sim 2020 so much. Beautiful. Just stunning. Looks beautiful, of course, in the Jet and Airways livery. And we're going to be slowly climbing up to 10,000 feet, and then we're going to go up a little bit more as well after that. Right, after takeoff checklist. Landing lights off. Taxi lights off. Flaps up. Gear up. Autopilot engaged after takeoff checklist complete. And we're going to switch this around to map mode, and we'll just follow our flight plan happily here. Just flies beautifully, this plane. Really liking it. Doesn't seem to get a lot of love on YouTube. A few people are flying it, but of course, when PMDG first put it out in 2020 and Flight Sim 24, every big time YouTuber was making videos and flying it, but typically after a few weeks it dies down and you never see any more new videos coming out with it. Because the YouTubers just move on to the next best thing, the next crazy thing that's coming out that's going to get them a lot of clicks and likes and hopefully make them some more money. All those professional pilots, guys, they need to have that money coming in. They're not earning enough. The airlines don't pay them enough, and they've got to get onto YouTube every day and make these tutorials so they can get some more money. Some of them even are begging for cups of coffee, would you believe? I mean, how much are those pilots earning? 200 grand a year? And they've got to try and get donations and subs and money out of people on YouTube. I just can't believe it. You know? But we're not here for the money, guys. We're here because we love the hobby and we're sharing our hobby. So I don't need to push any products. I don't need to push memberships or donations or subs. We just share our hobby here and talk about it, and that's it. Just enjoy the simulator, and whichever platform we love, whichever one we enjoy, X-Plane, 2020, 24, doesn't matter, as long as you're just flying and enjoying the hobby. And the good thing about this channel, of course, everything is free, no ads. You don't get the ads coming up all the time. You can just watch it, maybe learn a little bit if you're just getting started or a real beginner. Or if you are experienced, you can leave a few little hints and tips so that I can learn, and some of the other people who accidentally stumble across the channel, they can learn something as well from your comments. They learn bugger all from me. But like I said, everything here is done easily and simply, so it's easy to follow along. Now if you just arrived here, this is the flight plan that I'm following today. KSAN to KLAX. Take a screenshot or a photo. We've only got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 little waypoints to put in. Brings you in over the over Long Beach and around and straight into runway ILS 25 left. Have an approach in over the town, over the city, which is absolutely beautiful. Localizer heading is down here, frequency is up there, so you put those in if you're flying the 737. But if you're in the 777, I think everything is sort of pretty much put into the system automatically when you tune your when you do your thing. So let's come down here, have a look at our the box here, have a look at our progress. And it shows you where we're heading to next. We're heading towards Gwen. Next we're heading to Padres. Estimated time of arrival, which reminds me, I did not turn the clock on, did I? Always forget to do that. Terrible. Where's the clock? Up here. Always forget to do that. Okay, so we're going to turn off the auto brake. Disarm. We'll put it around to 2, so we don't have to think about it when we get to Los Angeles. That's the story. Right, we're up to 10,000 feet. Let's take it up to. Let's take her up to 12,000. 12,000 feet. Set the vertical climb. 18, 19. That will do us. And we are heading up the coast, guys. Heading up the coast in the beautiful pmdg 777 ER 300 ER on this beautiful day. I think a couple of the team that are out the back, who we are taking up to Los Angeles, I hope they're making some coffee.
Captain, would you like a fresh cup of coffee?
Your ears must have been burning. Yes, we'll have 2 cups up here, please.
All good.
Thank you. Right, got some coffee coming, so we are all happy. What a graceful, glorious looking bird this plane is, isn't it? Just spectacular. Just spectacular. Look at the size of that wing. It's almost like a football field, isn't it? You can imagine some players out there having a game of footy. If it was parked on the ground, it is huge. Just huge. Okay, we'll take a look at our map, see where we are. Not long to go, and we'll be descending, I think.
Captain, here is your coffee.
Thank you.
Is there anything else you would like?
No, that's good. I think we've got time for a meal today.
All good.
I don't think we've got time for a meal. Yeah, so I'm still learning this. I'm watching a few tutorials, I'm doing some reading, going over the manuals. I'm going to try and get this, fly this plane as accurately as I can. I spent the last year or so working in the 737, trying to get my head around that and getting everything as good as I possibly can. I can almost fly it now blindfolded with, I don't jump all over the place flying different planes all the time every day. I usually get in one plane that I really enjoy and I stick with it, and I just stay with it until I become really proficient at it. I read about it, I study it, I learn and go through the manuals, and I know I didn't do that well today, but eventually I'll be doing everything by the book, absolutely by the book, if I just stick with it. If it takes me 12 months, it doesn't matter, guys. This is the hobby. You just, which is why the hobby has longevity. You know, you get in one really good plane and you just study it, learn to fly it. You don't do it all in 1 week and then move on to another plane. It's this is what makes the hobby really so awesome. Right, I'm going to start bringing the altitude down now. We're getting close, but we'll get close quite quickly. This plane doesn't hang around. Okay, we'll bring that vertical speed -19, and we'll bring our speed down as well. Otherwise the plane's going to get away on us since we're going downhill. Coming down now. Coming down into Turndo, TRNDO. Now, I think when we start our approach, our diamonds will come up automatically, and we can just push approach hold or lock hold, and we should be able to lock on to the ILS. I really don't think anyone's watching the stream or going to be watching the stream. I'm pretty much on my own, but that's fine. I'm just having fun flying, and of course it'll be put onto YouTube so people can watch it anytime if they stumble across it at another date, a later date. People can just watch it like a video. It's actually easier than making videos for a content provider. We don't have to sort of load it onto another file, and then we don't have to put it through the editing and do all the editing and the music and all those things you need to cut in and cut out. It's quite a lot of work, but if you stream, it just sort of records it and then plonks it straight onto your channel on YouTube. So I guess this is why a lot of YouTubers love streaming. You know, there's a heck of a lot less work. There's no recording or editing or chopping and changing and doing stuff. It's pretty much just automatic. Of course, the downside of that is anything goes wrong, it's live, and I don't think so. You don't seem to be able to chop it and change and edit it. Whatever happens on this trip goes onto the channel, bang, done, for everyone to see. All your mistakes, all your errors, and all the, if you crash or whatever, things go wrong, and they usually do when you're streaming. When you're practicing or doing a flight or fly and everything runs perfectly, and then when you're streaming, everything doesn't work. That happened to me yesterday. I tried to do a stream, first time for such a long time, and I don't know what it is, whether it's nervousness because you're live or stress or whatever. you sort of start overlooking things that you should be doing, and things don't go properly. It's funny, Murphy's Law, you know. You can practice 100 times and you'll do a beautiful landing, streaming live, and you just stuff it up. And everyone will be laughing at you. But that's part of the fun. No one really cares. Well, I don't really care. As long as I'm enjoying myself. Look at the coastline as we come up to Los Angeles. Just gorgeous, isn't it? Can't quite well, you can see Los Angeles from here up the top, over the top of the fuselage of the plane, up over that peninsula there, but you can't quite see the massive tarmac of the airport yet, but as we get further around here it will come into view. .2020 just runs so beautifully. So smooth on an older machine, on my machine. I mean, it's a grunty machine, but it's not a new machine, if you know what I mean. Another couple of years, 2 or 3 years, I think it will be a potato. But if it keeps running my favorite games, I don't really need to change, do I? You don't need to get caught up in that fashion thing where you need to be able to run every new game that comes out, keep up to date with every single thing. You don't, guys. If things are working well and you've got a game or simulator and you're loving it, you're enjoying it, do not feel the need or the pressure to continuously upgrade, and otherwise it's just going to wear your machine down. Sure, you can add on a few enhancements, airport enhancements, and add on a few new planes and things like that, but just stay with the format that you enjoy, the program that you enjoy, if it works well on your machine. Okay, so we're at 3,400. We need to be at 2,000 as we come around for our finals. So I'm going to bring that down. Bring it down to 2,000. Our speed is 240. We'll bring our speed down a bit more once we get to 2,000. This big man-made waterway down there runs right through Los Angeles there. When you see a lot of action movies, there's no water in there sometimes when they close it off or it's dry, and the cars in the action movies will drive along that channel chasing each other. The goodies they'll be chasing the bad guys along in their cars along that channel. They'll drive up on the sides, on the walls of the channel. They'll come flying out through side coverts, all sorts of things. What we see, Italian Job and some of these other car chase movies, they'll drive along that channel in Los Angeles there when it's dry and there's no water in it. Pretty cool stuff. Okay, I'm going to turn around to the left now. You should be able to just about see the tarmac over there. Need to bring our speed down a little bit. Where's our map? Here we are. We're coming around now for our final approach. Now I haven't done this flight plan in this 777 yet, guys. So you are seeing it. I practiced playing around with the, I was trying to do it the other day, but things went wrong, so I didn't finish the recording or the stream. I cut it off and then I deleted it, but it looks, hopefully today we will finish the actual full flight plan. It'll be the first time I've done this complete flight plan in the 777, so you're seeing it as it happens, guys. Hopefully will go well. Right, landing lights on. Taxi lights on. Flaps down. Gear down. Just spectacular, isn't it? Spectacular. Okay, so we got some diamonds there. I'm going to press VR lock. There, VR lock is engaged, and the plane's just lining up that now, and we can see the tarmac straight ahead of us and the runway. I'm going to engage approach hold. Here we go, we're coming in, guys, straight as an arrow in the beautiful 777-300ER, just looking gorgeous in Jet and Airways colours. I haven't really practiced all the landings in this, so I'm a little bit nervous, guys. Not sure how this is going to go. It'll be one of the first landings I've done in the 777. Bring my speed down a little bit. 175. Let me know in the comments if you have any hints or tips. It would be appreciated. But we're coming in nice and straight, and we are locked onto the ILS. You can see there. Check. Auto brake on 2. Landing lights on. Flaps down. And here we go. We need to get ready now to disengage the autopilot when we get a little bit closer. This is exciting, guys. Our first completed flight plan and landing in our 777. This is incredible. And hopefully the first of many as we put this girl into service between Los Angeles and San Francisco. What a beautiful sight as we come in here. Just beautiful. Coming in over the city. Wow. Okay. Autopilot off. Auto throttle off. Flight directors off. I have the plane. Oh, bit of a hard landing, I think. Need a bit of practice on that, guys. Alright, where's our brakes? Our brakes. Ah, there we go. I'm just wondering why our speed brake's not working. Reverse thrusters are working okay. Alright, flaps up. Can we get off? We'll take off. We'll head off on this next ramp. Flaps up. And we'll taxi over to the parking ramps. We're not going to the terminals because we're not unloading customers. Well, I don't think the landing was too bad. I think it could be a lot better. One of my first landings in the 777. So I've got a lot of work to do, a lot of practice to do. But it's part of the fun. We'll work on that over the next few weeks. And we'll try and get things done a bit better. Right, this is a busy airport. There's a lot of planes here today. Hopefully we can find somewhere to park. We're supposed to be over by the cargo area because the plane is going to be prepped before she's put into service for the airline. So we're not going over to the terminals or the gates. I think I should have turned left there, to be honest. Such a big plane to maneuver around the airport. But I really enjoyed this flight. It was nice. Everything went swimmingly well. Often when I start streaming, if I haven't done it for a long time, everything will go wrong. Well, things will go wrong like it did yesterday, but today everything went smooth. I'm almost tempted to do some more streaming. Lovely. Right, I think we'll head in over here just to get off the taxiway. I think this is where we can go here in between these Air America planes. Stop in here, and the engineers will be taking it over, taking it to our area where they will prepare it and get ready to go into service between Los Angeles and San Francisco. Okay, so we will switch the fuel off here and go up here, switch a few things off. Notice we got a fault on there. It's interesting, isn't it? Very interesting. Interesting. Anyway, guys, that's it. We managed to get the plane up to Los Angeles from San Diego, where it can be prepared. Oh, nice plane taking off there. Not a Jet and Airways, is it? Alaska Airlines, maybe? Yeah, we got it up here where it can be cleaned, it can be prepared and ready to put into service. The engineers will be doing all that over the next couple of weeks, over the next few days, and then our next stream we'll probably be flying it up to San Francisco, full of passengers. That'd be great. Yes, Jet and Airways will be making some money again. And we'll get our passengers from Los Angeles up to San Francisco on the next video or the next stream. Let me know what you think in the comments. Are you enjoying the 777? Are you enjoying it in Flight Sim 2020 or Flight Sim 24? Basically the same in both platforms. Maybe in Flight Sim 24 they've done a few more enhancements, but basically the same plane. And it's just beautiful to fly. Okay guys, thanks for watching. Leave a like and I will see you on the next video or the next stream. It may even be tonight, it may even be tomorrow, and we'll take this baby up to San Francisco and deliver some happy Jet and Airways customers. All the best, guys. Over and out. Thanks for watching. Cheers. Cheers.